Pete from the band Apathy. I'm the guitar player and lead vocalist. I started the band 2000, but I have to say 2006, 2005 is when the band really became established and became active and started doing some shows. I got my start listening to bands like Motley Crue, and one day I'll never forget, I was listening to WSOU 89.5 and I heard the song, "Peace Sells, Moves My End," and I'm like, that is a cool song. And eventually I found out who that band was, and then found out everything else about it, which was Megadeth, Metallica, all those guys, and I got into the whole thrash metal scene. I really loved it.
I'm Bill Valverde, I'm the bass player for Apathy. Nobody wanted a thrash metal bassist, so I had no band to play, and Pete had heard that I didn't have a band, so he just gave me a call. It's like, just come down to Jersey, get your ass down here, give it a shot. So, I just jumped on the transit, which smelled like piss, and just showed up with carrying all my equipment, carrying my amp, carrying my guitar. Lugged it about a mile and a half just to walk into the room. And I plugged in and I started playing with them, and they pretty much looked at me at the end of it and said, "You're in, man." I don't know why everybody was like, "Why do you want to play bass?" I just kind of did, and I just kept playing it and playing it. Eventually I just started jumping into bands. It wasn't really too special, just picked it up and started going.
I'm Bill Jamison, the drummer. I was in a cover band. Wasn't really happy playing other people's music, so I decided I wanted to do my own thing, play originals. So I put an ad out looking for a band, and Pete's the one that contacted me. I've been playing drums since I was 14 years old. I saw Tommy Lee playing the drums, and Tommy Lee was an awesome drummer. He always had the hottest chick with him. So I was like, man, I want to try playing the drums. Then I got into the music, and I started listening to bands like Black Sabbath. That was a big influence on me. And then I got into the heavier stuff like Pantera.
My name is Manny Cortova. I'm the lead and rhythm guitar player. I was 20 years old, and I was looking around the internet for a band to join, and I found Peter Wells. He had a very well-established band, and came in, try out, and he was like, "You're in the band, dude." I probably picked up the guitar when I was 11, and never gave it that much thought until I was like 15 years old. Started listening to Metallica, Maiden, Megadeth, bands like that, I really got into it, and just kind of took over from there.
The new album is based off emotion, I'd have to say a little bit. It's called Hell Is All We Have, and for all our Satanist worshippers out there, it's not really what you think. It's more a little bit about like a reality check. Like, people need to really pay attention to what's going on around them. But the music-wise is really good, and I'm really happy that everybody's contributing to this album, and I'm really happy that all the guys are more involved, and I think that is making the new record very heavy, powerful, and musical.
A lot heavier than the old stuff. The old album, especially drum-wise, is very generic. I don't do a lot of stuff, and it wasn't all by design. Some of it was ability, but I've gotten better as a drummer. So that this next group of songs that are coming out in this album, you're gonna hear a very heavy sound out of the rhythm section.
The new album's gonna sound a lot more different than other stuff. We've actually come a long way from when we first started out. Everybody's putting in a little bit more. We're all just exploring more and expanding on what we usually do.
It's not it's kind of your traditional thrash metal album, but with a kind of new kick into it, and very rhythm influence.
I think we're in a good place, and I think something very big is going to happen with Apathy in the future, and I mean the near future. I feel it, I see it, every time I go out there. So I think some good things are ahead for us. www.apathy/nj.com. There's always something going on there. CDs, posters, Bill's underwear, some shit. There's always some shit we're selling. We're selling our souls, No, but yeah, apathy.nj.com. You can find that stuff.